time at the alley, Jade Yurich. Jade Yurich. Jade.
Lars! If everybody's doing okay, hello, hello. Woo. Everyone looks good tonight. I met Lars in an audition room for a feature film I was casting a few years ago, 5 years ago, and I was the producer on the project, not the actor on the project, but I was running lines with him, and it was getting really intense. He was standing, I was standing, he was sitting, I was sitting, I was on the ground, he was on the ground, and then afterward he was like, "So are you acting in this thing?" And I was like, "No, I'm just the producer." But it felt good. This is my first time, well, I've been in an alley before, but I've never done comedy in an alley before, so this is different. Do we have any fans of Harry Potter in the club?
Hell yeah!
Yes, okay. This isn't Diagon Alley or Nocturne Alley, and we're okay with this. Usually used to doing my bits and bobs for all my wizardry and something like this. Nope. Maybe. So, my name's Jade. My dad named me after his favorite stripper. It's weird. Growing up in a strip club, I learned to not objectify women, but to really respect them for their craft, you know? It's just unfortunate that my mom still works there. She's amazing, though. Love her very much. Growing up, I always wondered what I was. And so I asked her, I said, "What am I, Mom?" She says, "Well, you're half and half. Your dad's a muggle and I'm a witch. Bit of a nasty shock for him when he found out." She speaks with a British accent as well. No, she doesn't. Her name's Paula. But I now actually have conclusive evidence that she actually is a witch, and I am indeed half and half. I recently posted some content on TikTok, and I followed her. I was like, I might as well follow my mom, you know? And she messages me right away. And she's like, "I see that post you did. My mom's a Wiccan." She got really offended. A little bit of context here. Growing up, nobody wanted to come over to my house. It's kind of, okay, I'll just get into it. So my mom had all her girlfriends growing up. Some would say her sisters, some would say her fellow witches. Would go on this thing called Beltane, which was like a pagan ritual where they'd all like go to a cabin, no power, no water, light fires, get naked, do peyote, do paper mache on each other's naked bodies, paint those bodies. And then my mom collected them all and hung them in our house. So from the street, people just saw hanging bodies in our house. So, you know, I kind of get it. I thought it was just like a hippie cool thing, you know, artsy, fartsy, woodsy, craftsy. But, yeah, they didn't come over, yeah, I posted this video on TikTok, and she asked me, like, not kindly, she asked me to take it down. She said, you know, it's one thing when you talk about me, but when you bring my friends into this, that's different. And I'm like, this is a personal point of view, Mom. Like, this is something from my own personal experience. So I took it down. I don't know how much more I should continue talking about witches, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy I have the evidence at least. Women, yeah, I don't know. I mean, are any women on their period tonight? I'm a filmmaker, and I've always wanted to make a period piece.
Nice.
I asked my girlfriend, and she wasn't down. But I waited 5 to 7 days, and she still wasn't down. She's lovely, though. She's been a little bit apprehensive about me trying to do stand-up comedy, partially because she doesn't think I'm funny. But I recently killed at a show where she was in attendance. Not this one, because so far it's not so good. But it was a different show where it went really well, and I'm allowed to do jokes at home now, so that's pretty sweet. More on her later. How are you all doing this evening? Yeah? Yeah, thanks for coming. Thank you everybody for coming. Specifically the people I know. The people I don't, I want to get to know you. Jason Momoa, I don't know. What's the, not Jason Momoa. What's the guy from Magic Mike? The friend? No? No?
Kevin Nash?
No. That's okay. It's okay.
Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello, yes. Do you mind just like turning around just so everybody can see you? Yeah. Thank you, Joe Mangello. What's your name, man?
Johnny.
Johnny? Are you an actor? You're in this. You know Lars? You're a friend of Lars?
Yeah.
Have you done this?
That? No.
Would you?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What's your buddy's name?
That's Joseph.
Yusuf.
So, it's been a really busy summer. It's September 1st. What the fuck happened to summer? Who here had a busy summer?
Yeah.
People have a busy summer? Yeah, this summer, I'm sad. It's sad it's over. It was a weird summer. I bought groceries, never used them, bought a couch, never sat on it, did sleep on it. Yeah, I have this thing on my wrist. I was playing company baseball. The team went down for a grounder with this hand, fell on it, flipped my thumb. Took one for the team, you know. When I first moved to Toronto, I found myself thinking, am I going to be able to make it here? And the answer is no. I live in Mississauga now. As people have told me, the saga begins. I live with my partner there, Mr. and Mrs. Saga. It's great. Living with the in-laws, her parents. Kind of in this like weird sort of transition period of like trying to figure out what to call her dad, because like I grew up with like a stepdad named Dave, and I grew up with a dad, literally called Dad or Daddy, Papa, Papi, Papito. But you know, I just don't know what to call him. I don't know. Like, do you guys have any suggestions? What should I call my father-in-law? Should I call him Dad? Daddy? Papa? Tai? I mean, say that for later. I've resorted just to calling everybody Dad, though. It's just easier that way, you know? It's like, even my brother. Or my mother. She's a witch. But no, yeah, we moved in to save some money. I'm engaged. We're saving up for a wedding. Woo-woo. Can I hear it for love? Doing that kind of thing. So like I moved in and I was like, oh, this is sweet. Like, gonna save some money. This is like an all-inclusive scenario. But I came home the other day and everybody was sitting in the living room and they said, please sit down. And they said, you know, the amount you're paying isn't covering the groceries. So I have to chip in now. Makes sense. It's okay. It's okay. So my partner, she's amazing. Shout out to her for being here and supporting me. She thinks I have an Asian fetish. There's a few Asian women here tonight. I don't know, like the girl I was dating before her was Korean. But the girl before that was also Korean. But the girl before that was Taiwanese, and I'm not even sure they're a country. But it's not that I have an Asian fetish, the yellow fever, it's not any of that. It's that I just don't like white women. See a few white women in the crowd. What's up? It's not you. It's my mom. She's a witch. But no. She's amazing. She just happens to be Filipino and Asian. There's no theme or anything. So she likes a good steal. Who doesn't like a good steal? Not saying I'm the steal, but I'm wearing, along with this thing on my hand, I'm wearing this thing on my finger, which to some represents, and to me, commitment, engagement, fidelity, but it also represents solidarity. Let me tell you why. My partner loves to, like I said, loves a good steal. And she was at one of those wedding shows where they're just throwing incentive after incentive after incentive at you. And she was like, babe, let's go for a chef demonstration at Holiday Inn. And we're going to get a free room. This is going to be amazing. That's how she talks. That's not how she talks. So we show up with our bags on a Friday night. I haven't eaten a thing. I'm like so excited for this. And we get to the front of the Holiday Inn and they're like, what the hell are you doing? You're in the back. Put your bags back in your car. So we get to the back and there's this little Australian guy and he's like, hey guys, ready to buy some pans? It wasn't a chef's demonstration, sorry. It was a pan demonstration. So, you know, it was a 3-hour-long thing and, you know, I was sulking and being a little sour, but I gotta say at 2 hours, 49 minutes, 30 seconds, 22 milliseconds, there was something about what he was doing to that pan. Perhaps the way he was oiling it, or grasping its girthy handle, or the way he was putting bottom on top, interchangeably, bottom on top. And that's when I realized I'm pansexual. Stupid fucking joke. Me and my partner celebrated our 30-month anniversary recently, so we decided to spice things up a bit. So we tried food poisoning. So we go to the airport. We're like, let's go to St. John's, Newfoundland. We get some maritime. So we get to the airport and they're like, no, sorry, wrong tickets. You booked St. John, New Brunswick. Now I'm from Sault Ste. Marie. It's a small town, for context here, similar to St. John. You guys know it sucks. You live here. You left. So we end up in St. John. We're like, we got to drink all the wine, eat all the lobster, get back to the hotel room, plan for a little bit of nude wrestling, if you know what I mean. So I light a few candles, put on some sexy music, unbutton my shirt a little bit, button it back up. She walks out of the bathroom wearing full lingerie. I'm talking lace! We lay down on the bed. I put on our favorite pregame movie, Blade, period piece, remember? And I start to, do the thing. And I start to sweat profusely, like more than normal. And she starts to sweat profusely. She never sweats, so this is a new thing. I resort to the bathroom. She comes with me. She gives a little, I give a big, and we spend the next 8 hours holding hands, looking in each other's eyes, shitting and puking and peeing and sweating and bleeding and cum. No, we didn't come. And that's when I knew she also had food poisoning. And she was the one. So we get out of there the next morning, and some guy comes up to me. He's with his girlfriend. He's like, "Hey, brother, so you came in the room beside us. Just want to let you know, me and my wife were in there going stroke for stroke. We heard you guys going out, and it was awesome." And then in that moment, I knew I got to move to St. John. Thank you guys very much.
And his cool comedy glove, right? He's got a cool comedy glove on. One more time for Jade Yurich, everybody.